All right, now this is the start of my Thursday. Now, I was I woke up like at 2 in the morning. We're at the Airbnb, which is like 11 blocks away. So I'm walking down these, dark streets of San Diego. Saw some few interesting things, bumps thrown up in the corner, and I don't know, some other things that you would see in the movies, like smoke coming from the sewer grates, stuff like that. It was an experience. So I made it here to the Marriott Marquise, and I was actually first in line here. So you can see here, I'm the only one there. It's still dark outside. There was actually one guy who was waiting in here who was standing in the wrong line. He saw me and then he came out and kicked it with me. So he came here earlier actually, but he stayed in the wrong place at the wrong time. So yeah, so we were both in line. You can see here the line's growing bigger. This is the guy that was second in line. I'm here first. This was awesome. I actually got a shirt from the Konami crew that was there. I'll show you later in the screenshots. But being first in line, I got interviewed for a second, and I got an exclusive shirt which they made only for this offsite, which was really cool. So I was happy to see that. I'll show you. Here's the line. We're now getting in. The line actually wraps around the Marriott all the way to the entrance. And remember, we got to be the first 500 to get a signature from Kevin Eastman. So I mean, I really wanted to be the first 500. I ended up being #1, as you can see here. So right here, you're going to see the line outside, and you're going to see this lovely lady actually escort us into the panel, or where the games are at, and to give us these 2 tickets. Well, actually, sorry, it's 1 for each person, and with this ticket you get to have him sign 1 thing. One guy had an extra ticket and gave it to me, so here's 2 tickets. So I had my poster signed, and then I got my a comic signed, a comic that I had since I was a kid, which I found, which was awesome. So thank you to that human being who gave me your extra ticket. I don't remember your name, but thank you so much. You're a wonderful human being, and if you're watching this video, what's your name? Like and subscribe. So yeah, thank you very much. You're gonna see later. Now Thursday, like I was saying, this is just for to play the game and get the tickets, and Friday is when the signing is going down. Oh, and also the guy who was second in line had a Wild Stallions shirt. Wild Stallions. So if you don't know who Wild Stallions is, better up your game on your pop culture and your 80s and 90s movies.
Here's right here. You guys are gonna go to a table, snake out this way.
Follow me, I like you said.
Okay. All right.
So come with me.
I'm following you.
Very chipper.
Thank you guys for being patient.
So I'm following you.
Yeah, follow me.
Okay. Ooh, what's all this stuff?
Alright, so you're just gonna grab it right here.
Oh, nice. Thank you so much.
How are you?
Good, yourself?
Here's your poster. Well,
Nice, thank you.
thanks for waiting outside.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys for being here, huh? All
The
right.
exit's that way.
Okay. Thank you so much, huh?
Exit that way.
And those are all the screens and consoles which you can play the Cowabunga edition. And further ahead, you're gonna see here, they had like championship matches right here head to head, so you can see on the big screen on fighting games. I think there was like Tekken, Street Fighter, all kinds of games they're playing later, so that was pretty cool. And also, right when you leave, you get this Nikkei or Nikki. I don't know what this is. This is a new game from Konami, I think. And if you do these 3 things, if you take a picture with these busty ladies, I mean, they're more like waifus, but my God, they're like really proportionate, very, yeah, differently. But I mean, I love anime. I'm not much into the waifu stuff. My wife is. She's a waifu. No, but I got this cool shirt. So it's called Nikkei or Nikki, Goddess of Victory. I don't know what this game consists of besides these wonderful looking ladies. So I got this cool shirt, and I got like this scroll poster, and the scroll poster is this. And I got some pins and stuff, and the pins are a little, I don't I want to say like a little lewd. I mean, it's not really, my thing. I tried to give it to a coworker. He wasn't having it. He's like, nah, I'm not, can't get caught in this in my room or whatever. So I'm gonna give them all to my wife. There's these cool little keychains. So yeah, just swag and stuff. So all right, now here's Hall H. Here's where the panels on Thursday were. So yeah, let's check this out. So first on the panel is Teen Wolf the movie. Now I've heard about Teen Wolf forever. I thought this was a reboot of the classic 80s with Michael J. Fox, Teen Wolf. So I'm not big on reboots on these classic movies because I was a huge fan of Teen Wolf. It's very nostalgic. Part 2, my brain is trying to erase that ever happened, but cool nonetheless. So I was talking to a fan in line, and they're like, "Oh my God, they only came to this panel to see this Teen Wolf movie panel," and I was asking questions. I'm like, "Why is it so cool?" I mean, it's like teen werewolves, because when you hear Teen Wolf, it sounds very teeny bopperish. That's not my thing, It's like, yeah, whatever. I probably won't relate. But she told me that Teen Wolf is actually in a continuation of that 80s movie. It's in the same universe as that Michael J. Fox movie. When I heard that, I was like, oh shit, what have I been missing out on? I did not know that. I thought this was a reboot. So ever since then, I'm like, you know what? I might need to watch this show, because if it's from the movie that I love, and if this is actually successful and a good, I don't want to say spiritual successor, because that's not lack of a better term, but if this is off that movie that I love, then this is worth watching. I mean, I was like, wow. So I'm definitely going to watch it. They showed a lot of clips from the movie that I did not understand. People were laughing, people were crying. I'm sitting there like, the graphics are cool, but I did not know what was going on. There was like returning characters, and I don't know. It's all this crazy stuff. These shadow people. I'm like, my God, what kind of universe is this? So I'm gonna end up watching the series, because if it's based on that, I'm in. Of course, see here Tyler Posey. This guy, I remember seeing pictures of him before, because I mean, I would see like previews of Teen Wolf on whatever it's on. I know it's just on a streaming channel of some sort, but he had less tattoos. But this guy, he curses like a sailor. Oh my God, he was cussing the entire time. He was self-aware of it. He kept on doing it, and he looked like a guy that, I mean, he is the party. I mean, if you went out, kicked it with them for the night, going out to the clubs or bars, it would be tons of fun, and I think you would get into trouble. That's the type of guy that like I picture this guy is. I mean, he seems very cool, very energetic. He seemed like he got your back, like a homeboy and stuff. So it's he was out there. He was pretty cool. Oh, and you got this guy, Tyler. This guy, I did not know he started off in the Teen Wolf franchise. I've known him from Superman and Lois Lane. Actually, I know him from Supergirl, which he made an appearance in the Supergirl, CW Supergirl. So I know him as Superman. I didn't know his past work, which was Teen Wolf. So, and they showed a clip of him in there, and he's like transforming and shit. So I was like, oh damn, this guy's a wolf. But yeah, so he's in there. So that's kind of cool, since I know that actor more than I know the other guy, Tyler Posey. So that was cool to see. And also, you had Sarah Michelle Gellar come out, because they were talking about, oh, how cool would it be if you have a Buffy the Vampire Slayer crossover? And then she comes out saying, oh, you know what? It's good to be here, this and that. They did not state that they are going to do a crossover, but it's like, it'd be kind of a cool tease if the same director here directs, like, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, kind of like in the same Buffy universe, or like a continuation, or like the kids take on the mantle or something. So I mean, I used to watch Buffy. My stepmom used to watch Buffy, and I used to watch it with her, and I thought it was a cool show. I thought it was excellent for the time being, It's awesome. Alright, there's me and my wife here. Now we're seeing that the back is getting packed. It's around, I think the maximum capacity is 6,000 people, so you can see here we're being crowded in, and excited to be there. And here's Chris Pine, man. Now this is for Dungeons and Dragons, the movie that's coming out later this year or next year, I'm not sure. But yeah, here's Chris Pine, and he's, of course, energetic, super excited. He comes in, makes his appearance known. Or pretty cool guy. You can see he's very excited. Oh, and here's Michelle Rodriguez, man. Now, she seems like a very funny human being. She came in here cracking jokes, saying, "Yeah, you know, this and that." Now she looks like she'd be an awesome woman to be around with. Like she feels like she's the life of the party. She said that she gained like pounds of muscle to play her. I think she's like a barbarian class, and they show clips of her like body slamming enemies, flipping them over, clotheslining them, like doing wrestling moves on enemies and carrying heavy weapons. She looks like a extreme badass in this movie, so it was pretty cool to have her on here. Oh, and also you got this guy. This guy, what's his name? Regé Jean Page. I don't know him, but when he came out, there was a lot of whistles and they, like from the from the female crowd. So I'm guessing he's from. I'm guessing they think he's sexy. I don't know if he's sexy or not, but I think he plays like either a magic user, or warrior, or paladin or something. But yeah, a lot of the people from the crowd liked him when he came in. Oh, and this guy, man, Hugh Grant stole the show. He knows nothing of D&D. I mean, every panel there's like a question from people from the crowd. I think it's randomly selected the people or something. But one of the questions to him was, "What's your favorite class?" Meaning, what's your favorite class of in Dungeons and Dragons, which is a fighter, magic user, barbarian, paladin, cleric, whatever. And he replied to, well, the highest class. Meaning he doesn't know what class it is, but he plays like a king in the movie. But he was hilarious. He knew nothing what was going on. They called him the dungeon master because supposedly he has a dungeon with people in there or something. I don't know. They had like this joke going on about him having a dungeon. And also there was a question on did anybody take any extras from the set? Extra props or whatever. I think Chris Pine says he took a sword. Some people said they took like these little gold coins, which is specifically Dungeons and Dragons coins or something. I don't know. They're pretty articulate, very detailed. People say they took a lot of that. Hugh Grant says he took extras, actual extras, meaning actresses. I'm guessing everyone was like, "Oh," and then I think Michelle Rodriguez was like, "Yeah," because he took him to your dungeon, you dungeon master or something. It was cool. It was hilarious. I loved it. And they showed us clips of the movie too. It looks like a very goofy movie actually. It has a lot of action, but it has a lot of comedy in there too. So that was pretty cool. There's the whole cast right there. Oh, Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. They had a tavern, offsite tavern going on there, which was awesome. I have some video of that. I'll show you guys later. I think we went on a Friday. That's the next day. So, oh yeah, here's the Masters of the Universe 40th anniversary panel. This was awesome. They showed a toy that's coming out. They had it there on the stand or whatever. It's like a Bulbul Castle Grayskull or something. And of course, when the show started, they showed like a nostalgic advertisements, commercials of the He-Man toys and stuff. So that was pretty cool. Like I said, pretty nostalgic. The Power Punch pose right there. And of course that comic, I had that comic. I should have kept that damn comic. Here you go, 40 years of toys, film, and TV and publishing. And of course we have Kevin Smith to moderate. Right now he's doing Masters of the Universe Revelations, which is a show that's a continuation from the classic 80s cartoons, which is on Netflix. So he's here to moderate the panel. And of course you had Pixel Dan. I mean, I swear to God, when I came to this, I was like, okay, Pixel Dan must be sitting somewhere around here because this guy has a huge following. He has a huge YouTube channel. He pretty much reviewed every Masters of the Universe toy from the 80s to the present. He has a massive collection. It looks like he has every toy. Yeah, and he has a huge following. He made this book, which is inspired from his collecting, that shows a history of the toys. Supposedly, the toys that he did not have, because there's rare prototypes that you just can't get your hands on, he would actually go visit and travel to that person across the world or anywhere in the United States, review the toy with the person that owns it, and that person be like, "Oh, you know what, you need to visit this person because they have this toy." So he'd be like, connecting the dots around the states, reviewing these oldest, rarest toys. And this guy has a huge passion. He's one of the people why I got into toy reviewing. My channel was a bunch of toy reviews before, but he was part of the inspiration on that. So Pixel Dan is huge, and I was glad to see him on this panel. He deserves to have a seat on here no matter what. And of course you got Dolph Lundgren, who is the actual actor of He-Man back in the I think it was a movie in the 1990s. It was the only live action He-Man that I know of, and Dolph Lundgren actually held up that sword. He played Prince Adam He-Man pretty well. I love the movie. It didn't get a lot of praise at the moment. Now I think it's more of a cult film maybe, but I loved it. As a kid, it had action, it had sci-fi. It was really cool. I love it, and I still love it to this day. And I think he played a good He-Man. There he is. And of course, the toy that I wanted from the booth is right here. This is the two-piece that I wanted that I could not get because of the stupid line cap. But I got it online. It hasn't shipped yet either, so I didn't know what the hell's going on with that. Oh, and there's William Shatner. You figured, why the hell William Shatner is on this panel? Well, as you know, Kevin Smith is doing Masters of the Universe Revelations. If you're up on the show, you're going to see that it kind of leaves on the cliffhanger. Hordak is making an appearance, and supposedly he's voicing Hordak. And Kevin Smith has a lot of A-listing voice actors on here. He has Mark Hamill does Skeletor. You're going to have William Shatner do Hordak. You have Michelle Gellar, I think, who does Teela. She's Teela. And Battle Cat. The funny thing is that Battle Cat is the same actor who is in Office Space. The guy who's like, where's my stapler? I don't know, where's my stapler? The guy who they end up putting him in the basement and he ends up burning the building. That same guy is the voice of Battle Cat. And you're going to hear it that, yeah, it does sound like that guy. It's very funny. So that's like a fun fact.
Yeah. No, that's not a yell. Give it up for William Shatner, ladies and gentlemen.
I have to do this again. All right. Okay, I'll do it myself. All right. By the power of Grayskull, I have the power!
That was cool. I like how William Shatner actually handed him the sword and he did that. That was epic. That was awesome. Something you won't see probably ever again. But also there's a lot of commotion online, and I saw this where, like, when he held the sword, he's like, what's the line again? He totally forgot the line of, you know, by the power of grace will I have the power. It was even, they even put it on the screen. So people were saying, how can you forget that line? But then again, I don't think he's like a huge He-Man fan, so I don't blame him. I mean, it's a line that, it's a simple line, but then again, it's like, why would I remember it? But yeah, that was just pretty funny.
Thank you, everybody. Enjoy Comicon.
Oh, and there's a guy right there. Where's my stapler? See the actor right there? Oh, I'm burning this plate down. Where's my stapler? That's the guy right there.
20 years, man. Don't forget.
Oh, and also I went to the exhibition booth and saw a few things. So here's like the Gecko booth. Had a lot of cool statues, Dark Souls, Silent Hill stuff, which is pretty cool. Cthulhu, some Cthulhu action. I wouldn't mind having that statue, even though it's ugly and scary as hell. Oh, and this is Square Enix, some of the Square Enix stuff, which is pretty cool. This statue, man, I swear to God, this statue is worth like $15,000. They only made, I think, like 100 or 500. Hasn't sold out yet. I wonder why. And I mean, if this was at least 3,000 or 5,000, I'd be like, it's maybe within my grasp. It's such an awesome statue. But it wouldn't make sense me, you know, not even owning a home and having this fucking $15,000 statue in my home. I don't even own a home. Like, my priorities would be screwed up if I only had this thing here. So it's like, you know what? I want to get my priorities straight before I drop 15 G's on a statue. Even though if I had a home, I don't think I would drop 15 G's on this piece, man. Unless I won the lottery or something like that. But other than that, man, screw this statue. Alright, and here's Skeletor. This is from Twitterhead. I'm definitely getting that. And that's Trapjaw, also from Twitterhead. And now we're stepping in the realm of Sideshow. That's a hot toy of Vader, which I love how the lightsaber kind of, you know, glows. And this, man, the Frank Miller's Batman. This is such a cool statue. Seeing a picture of it doesn't do it justice. I was like, eh. But seeing it in person, it was amazing, actually. I might end up getting this. It looked awesome. Oh, and also this Street Fighter V Chun-Li 1 scale bust. This is actually how her size would be, you know, from the waist up. So this looked excellent. It's awesome. I love the detail, the hair, everything looks cool. Oh, and also here's some Chun-Li kicks, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, I'll definitely want to get something like that. Oh, and also here's the Hasbro booth for the Hiss tank, which you can still pre-order now. I think pre-orders close this month or August. Yeah, August, which is, I think we're in the month of August. But anyways, pre-orders are closing soon. So if you haven't gotten this, I suggest you to get it.
What's the card? I didn't know that.
Oh, and also here's Mindbender, the Comicon exclusive, which you had to get a stupid barcode to actually pre-order him. He doesn't even come out till December, so it's like, you know, whatever. Here's some more G.I. Joe action. Storm Shadow. Oh, and also I won the raffle for Sunday to get this Halo character. The box art is awesome. I'll pull it out later. Actually, I'll show it on my Sunday clip. But I love the box art, and it's really cool. And also I got to talk to the person who actually helped made the box art. He was a director of creating the box art. He was stating how he loved the holographic feeling like an actual Halo ring high tech. And also the window on top of the box is blue, so that when line shites, what the fuck? Okay, the window on top of the box has like a blue hue, so when the light shines in it, it will give like a glowing blue light over Master Chief, which I can show you in a second, which I did, which is an excellent idea. So, and plus the piece looks beautiful, and it's only one of 1,000. They only made 1,000 of these, which is a very low edition size for this character of scale, so it's pretty cool to have. Oh, and also here's the shirt that I won, being first in line for the Konami Cowabunga collection playoff or whatever. So that's a shirt that I got. They only made a few. Only the workers wear this shirt, so I'm definitely not going to wear this. I'm going to hang it next to the poster that I got signed and keep it as a wonderful memory. So that was my Thursday. Let's go on to Friday. Alright, now we're heading to Friday. I got into the signing for Kevin Eastman because, of course, I got the ticket. I was the first 500, and I got this comic signed. Now, this comic I've had as a kid. You can see here, I even bought a gold pen for him to sign. This is actually the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie, the official comic book adaptation of the Golden Harvest motion picture. I got the newsstand edition, so I had this as a kid. I watched the movie, I got everything Ninja Turtles, and I actually got it signed by him, which is awesome. He seemed like a really cool guy. He was like, "Oh, so this is your magic pen?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's my pen, fool. Yeah," you know, so excited. So that was so awesome. You can see here my wife is getting the actual poster signed, and I have the poster in here. I don't want to take it out right now, but it's a cool little like black and white of all the Ninja Turtles and all the games that were in there. Very cool. I'm gonna keep this sealed for now until I could frame it. But you can see here how the tube is, and let me see if I could find. Poster is like this in the back, kind of like black and white, sketched out by Kevin Eastman, Cowabunga Collection. So this is how the poster looks like right here in the background. So there's my lovely wife once again. There's us right there rocking out with Kevin. Very cool. And also there was this guy who wore like the actual movie Ninja Turtles costume. It looked so cool. It looked real. It talked too. He opened his mouth and be like, "Cowabunga!" It was really funny. It was so cool to have him there, but I have him there with my comic, and awesome piece. Awesome piece. So then after that, we needed to get to Hall H for Saturday. So we needed to once again, you know, kind of take our territory there. Now for Saturday, the line was really intense. I mean, people were clamoring. A lot of people want to see the DC and Marvel booths, and plus you get cool swag from it, which is very true. It was hectic. People were not happy. People were hungry and tired. We're talking about thousands of people you're trying to get in line. It was crazy. And there's no sound for some reason. Yeah. Oh, and also at the IDW booth, they were giving that comic away. You can see right here, man. Godzilla versus Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. That's a cool little crossover. Got this comic from them. Probably see the glare. You can see there on the screen. Very cool. I never think I would come across this comic, but here we are. So that was awesome to get. And like I said, they were just giving it away, so that was pretty cool. Oh, and also there were the artists from Kanto. And look at that. I got a signed comic from them. You can see them signing it right now. So I got both artists right there signing for this at IDW. There was no line for them, so I was happy to get this signed from them. You can see right here.
Excellent.
Issue 2 comes out next week.
All right, sounds good. I'll be looking forward to it.
Awesome.
How's it going?
Good, how you doing?
Thank you. Awesome. Perfect.
How you doing? Good, how about yourselves? Not bad.
There we go. There's a comic signed by both artists. Very cool. Heard the story it's insane. It's actually gaining a lot of popularity, so I can't wait to collect the rest of the comics. And also they were giving away a lot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comics to IDW, of course. Very cool stuff. What else? I think I got one more somewhere around here, but yeah, they're like comics from Free Comic Book Day, comics that are not for resale and stuff like that. So either way, I mean, I'll be more than happy to take that off your hands. So yes, very cool, very exciting. Oh, I like this costume. This is the Joker from Heath Ledger, but wearing that Batman suit. So this is pretty cool. I really like this. Thought that was a really nice getup. All right, now I also won the raffle for the Ozzy Osbourne and Todd McFarlane signing. I did not know what to expect. I actually brought a Spawn comic for Todd McFarlane to sign, and he did not sign it. The thing is, when you're going to go see Ozzy Osbourne, I think you can't get distracted or whatever. But they told me to put my comic away. They told me I could not take any personal pictures with Ozzy or Todd or these two other artists. So there's a small pinball booth which they were promoting his new album that's coming out, which Todd McFarlane is doing the art on it, which is awesome. But at least they gave me a signed poster from these 4 artists. Now, when I walked up to the booth, I saw Ozzy Osbourne there in the corner. He was wearing street clothes, like a white shirt. He looked fine, because a lot of people think, oh, he's old, he can't carry himself. That's not true. He actually looked pretty damn good. When I got in there, I was like, hey Ozzy, man, thanks for coming. He goes, oh man, yeah, you thanks for coming too. And he was signing, and I saw Todd McFarlane right there in the same room. I'm like, Todd, I got your Spawn comic. He's like, oh, that's great. I was hoping him to say, oh, let me sign it or something, but he didn't. So you see them right there, and I got this poster, which you see on there. It's a foil poster, man. Look at that. This is really cool. I'm loving it. It's the art of Todd McFarlane. You can see Ozzy's signature right there. And I heard that to get Ozzy's signature is extremely hard because he doesn't really sign anything. And plus, I don't think he's really into signing stuff. But you can see like he put the O and the cross, and this is one of my grails of Comicon this year. So this was really cool to have. I'm glad to have it. I'm gonna get it hung up somewhere, and yeah, really cool. And also we had our reservation to go to the Dungeons and Dragons Tavern, which is in downtown. They changed the bar into like a fantasy tavern. Really awesome, really epic. You're about to see right now. There's some cool, I would love to have that poster.
Anybody who's just one? I'm so sorry. I need to be careful. Too much dragon screw. Okay, so also we ask no flash when taking photos and videos. If there is a flash, your guide will throw you out the window and feed you to the neighbor. Speak of the devil, your guide.
To the neighbor if I got it. I don't want to. I'd rather give you a drink. How about we go to the darkness?
It's pretty cool. There's a tavern entrance right there. And also they had a pretty cool setup. You see like the classic monsters from D&D there, so that was kind of cool. See right there, Displacer Beast, which is going to be part of the movie too.
It's That's really cool. Ah, Beholder.
And of course, there's a classic Beholder beast from the Monster Manual of D&D. And there's that chess monster. What was it called? It's also in Dark Souls, but Displacer Beast.
Whoa, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, and the brew. Also, you could ask for an alcoholic or non-alcoholic drink. Of course, I asked for a non-alcoholic. It was pretty good. If it was like mineral water with lemon and lime and sugar, and it tasted like ginger ale, but it's like they mixed it with something. It was actually pretty good. It was very refreshing for being a hot day. My wife, she got the alcoholic drink, and she said actually it hit her not bad from what I've seen. So. Oh damn it! And the video is on its side. You can see a better picture of the drink and also the menu that's there to the right. Dragon Brew and all that good stuff. Look at us right there chugging away. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Hey, do we have some brew in us now?
See, I like how the people were playing into character, so that was actually pretty cool.
Yes, we do.
Is the elixir flowing through us?
Yes.
Do we feel safer already?
Yes.
Good. All right, well, that's most of us, and that's, you know, this is a very safe establishment, I'll have you know. We haven't seen dragons in at least 12 hours.
All right.
Just fine, don't worry, and if you're not, just don't.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, just basically General Jedi.
Oh, see right there the menu once again.
Rather much better. Now you've all traveled many paths to get here. Some by foot, exhausting. Some by heart, so sweet. And some paths we wish we could forget. Right, Lorna? Now, no matter, each of your paths has led you here right now to this very time, and that's what matters most. Now look around. Look at each other. What a beautiful bunch you are. I'd like to raise a toast to our next adventure. On the count of three, raise your glasses high right now. On the count of three, here's to us. 1, 2, 3.
Here's to us!
There you go.
Sip and slay, we waste the day.
Slip and slay, we waste the day.
Good. Okay, now the second part's followed just after there by a little jig or a little clap. You can do what you like, but it goes like this. So you put it together, it's like this. Sip and slay, we waste the day. Alright, we're going to do it 3 times in a row. Just follow the bouncing ball. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Slip and slay, we waste the day. Slip and slay, we waste the day. Slip and slay, we waste the day.
You guys are regulars now. I hold this bar. Just please don't tell my wife I said that. Have fun, you guys.
Yeah!
This is actually the coolest part of it. We get attacked by a dragon. I mean, of course, it's the big screen, but the sound, the surround sound of this was really awesome. Actually, you can hear the footsteps of the dragon going left, right. Some of the chandeliers were shaking depending on where he was stepping on the roof. It was actually very well done from what they did.
How scary that would be.
Alright, dear, so we gotta get out of here before he comes back.
So yeah, so that ended the D&D Tavern experience. It was so awesome. It was pretty cool. One of the most awesome 15. They're in the gelatinous cube. Now, a gelatinous cube is a monster in Dungeons and Dragons from the Monster Manual. It's pretty much, it's like a blob in cube form. Anything that goes in there or it devours, it pretty much, it's acid. It melts anything. So we're like stuck in the cube, and it was a cool picture to take. I'm sitting there floating while my wife's trying to pull out the sword, and it was cool. Oh, it's gonna be, the movie's coming out next year, March 2023. Alright, and on that note, here's my wife. We're gonna stay in line again for Hall H. This is on Friday for Saturday, so we're just waiting in line, holding down the fort for now until we receive our wristbands that night, which you're gonna see here in a second.
Did
not need to
Oh no, she was security yesterday too. They got you working like double duty, huh?
Yeah. Easy work. I'll give them 100. Just trying to have everybody safe.
You guys are awesome, man.
You can see that those wristbands are what you pretty much solidify that you're going to have a seat in Hall H on Saturday. But it doesn't tell you which seat. You could have the last seat in the, I don't want to say nosebleeds, it's just far back, or you want to get as front as possible. So at least with that bracelet, you are in Hall H for Saturday, one of the biggest days of being in Hall H. So it was pretty exciting getting my first Saturday Hall H.
So that's 4 to 5 per line right here. Wait, can I put this underneath? So you don't do it so tight, thank you.
How's it going, buddy?
Finally!
Yeah!
Congratulations!
All late Saturday.
Congratulations!
50 hours of no sleep gets you this. Thanks, buddy. Thank you.
There you go, and there's our most of our crew right there with our wristbands. That's me right there. I have Hall H for for Thursday, Saturday, and all these other things, and my God, it was cool. It was fun. It was worth the sacrifice. So this is the end for Friday, which starts Saturday, our Hall H adventure.